Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're heading into a fascinating intersection where cutting-edge tech meets that uniquely human spark, creativity.
And specifically, we're going to be exploring how generative AI can actually support and enhance our creative abilities.
Exactly. We got two really interesting research papers to dissect today, and even though they focus on different fields, they both offer some really compelling insights into how this synergy between human and artificial creativity can play out.
Sounds intriguing. Let's dive in.
Okay, so our first stop is a paper titled Vital Insight, Assisting Experts' Sense-Making Process of Multimodal Personal Tracking Data using Visualization and LLM. Now, that title's a mouthful, but basically this paper digs into a system designed to help experts navigate the often overwhelming world of personal tracking data.
So we're talking heart rate, location, activities, all that stuff.
Precisely. And, it combines the power of visualization with large language models, or LLMs.
What's really interesting to me about this vital insight is that it tackles a problem we're all facing in this age of information overload, making sense of mountains of data. We're bombarded with data constantly, but actually extracting meaningful insights from it, that's a whole other
It
challenge.
really is. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but the haystack is made of numbers and timestamps.
Exactly. And simply throwing more data at the problem isn't the solution. The researchers behind Vital Insight recognized this, and they developed a system that uses both data visualization and LLMs to help experts untangle the complexities hidden within the data.
So it's not just about crunching the numbers, it's about understanding the story those numbers tell.
Right, and that's where the LLMs come in. In Vital Insight, they go beyond just summarizing the data. They're actually trained to generate creative inferences and pose insightful questions that guide the expert's analysis.
So they're almost acting like a thought partner, helping the expert explore different perspectives and uncover hidden connections.
That's a great way to put it. Let's say, for example, the system's analyzing someone's sleep data and notices a pattern of disrupted sleep on certain days of the week. Now, a basic algorithm might just flag this as an anomaly, right?
You're right.
But the LLM in Vital Insight, it digs deeper. It might cross-reference those sleep disruptions with other data points like work schedule or stress levels, and then generate a question like, could work-related stress be impacting sleep quality? Or it might even offer a creative inference like, the data suggests a correlation between increased workload and poorer sleep quality.
So the LLM isn't just spitting out facts. It's prompting the expert to think critically and consider possibilities they might not have thought of on their own.
Precisely. And this is a key part of how generative AI can actually support creativity by helping us see things from new angles, challenge our assumptions, and generate fresh ideas. It's not about AI replacing human creativity, but amplifying it.
And Vital Insight takes this a step further. It's not just about understanding the past, but about using those AI-generated insights to shape the future. The system aims to help experts determine what actions are needed based on the data analysis. It's like having an AI co-pilot guiding us towards better decisions.
Absolutely. Generative AI can be used not only to analyze what's happened, but also to explore potential solutions and guide our actions moving forward. It's a really powerful tool for proactive problem solving and decision making.
So we've seen how generative AI can help us make sense of complex data and unlock hidden insights. But now, let's shift gears to a completely different domain: elite sports coaching.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
This is where our second research paper comes in. It's titled Designing New Digital Tools to Augment Human Creative Thinking at Work, an application in elite sports coaching. This paper introduces us to a co-creative AI tool called SportsSparks, specifically designed to help elite sports coaches develop innovative and effective training strategies.
Sports Sparks, huh? I like the name. What struck me about this paper is the emphasis on human-centered design.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you elaborate a bit on what that means in practice, especially in the context of SportsSparks?
Sure. Essentially, human-centered design means the AI tool is built to empower the human users, not to replace them. In SportsSparks, the coach remains firmly in control. They decide which coaching challenges they want to address, they can guide the AI suggestions, and they ultimately own the creative solutions that emerge.
So it's a true partnership between the coach and the AI, with the AI acting as a sort of creative brainstorming partner.
Exactly. The AI isn't dictating solutions, it's acting as a collaborator, offering fresh perspectives and helping the coach think outside the box. This co-creative aspect seems really crucial, especially when you're dealing with elite-level coaches who are already experts in their field. They need to feel that the AI is a tool that enhances their expertise, not something that undermines it.
And one of the really intriguing features of Sports Sparks is its ability to generate constraints. It might, for instance, ask the coach, what if your athlete couldn't use their dominant arm for a week? How would you adjust their training?
It's a really clever approach, actually. By introducing these constraints, Sports Sparks forces the coach to think outside their usual patterns and explore unconventional solutions. It's like that old saying, necessity is the mother of invention.
It is.
Sports Sparks creates a digital environment where that creative necessity can flourish, and that leads to some really innovative breakthroughs.
And it's fascinating how both Vital Insight and Sports Sparks, while operating in very different domains, both highlight how generative AI can be used to surface new perspectives and possibilities.
It really speaks to the versatility of generative AI as a tool for augmenting human creativity. And what's even more exciting is that we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. I mean, think about the potential applications in fields beyond data analysis in sports. They're immense.
Yeah.
It is, and it just makes you realize that the implications are pretty huge, right?
Right. And what's really fascinating to me is how both these papers, while using AI in different ways, really illuminate its potential to support different forms of creativity.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit. What kinds of creative thinking are we talking about here?
Well, with Vital Insight, the emphasis seems to be on what we might call analytical creativity. The AI is assisting experts in deciphering that complex data, identifying patterns, drawing those creative inferences that ultimately lead to actionable insights.
So it's like the AI is helping to reveal the creative potential that's already kind of embedded within the data itself.
Precisely. It's illuminating connections and possibilities that might not be readily apparent to the human eye. It's like an AI detective, piecing together clues to solve a mystery.
I like that analogy. And what about Sports Sparks? What kind of creativity is being fostered there?
Well, I'd say Sports Sparks leans more towards what we could call generative creativity. It empowers those coaches to conceive those novel ideas, develop those groundbreaking training strategies, even reimagine their athletes' potential.
And we see that really vividly with that constraint-based thinking we were talking about. By prompting coaches to work within limitations, the AI is essentially nudging them to be more creative in their problem solving.
Yeah.
It's a classic case of necessity breeds invention. Sports Sparks is cleverly constructing this digital environment where that creative necessity thrives, and that's ultimately sparking those innovative solutions.
Right. And what's truly remarkable is that both these papers kind of suggest that this AI-powered creativity can actually transcend just data analysis in sports, the implications for other fields. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. I mean, just imagine the potential in healthcare, for example, where AI could be collaborating with doctors to design these personalized treatment plans.
Yeah.
Or in education, where AI is assisting teachers in designing more engaging and effective learning experiences.
Or even in traditionally creative fields like music or art. AI could serve as this collaborative tool, empowering artists to explore uncharted territories, push the boundaries of their craft.
Exactly. I mean, the possibilities are truly endless. However, and this is a crucial point, I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human ingenuity.
Right, right. It's about fostering that symbiotic relationship between humans and AI, where each kind of contributes their unique strengths to the creative process.
The real magic happens, right, when that human intuition and expertise intertwines with AI's power to analyze the data, generate those possibilities, and really expand our perspectives.
It does. And I think this is a question worth pondering, as AI becomes increasingly sophisticated in its ability to assist with these creative tasks. Is there a risk that we become overly reliant on its suggestions? Do we risk stifling our own innate creativity?
That's a valid concern, and one that researchers are actually really grappling with. It's essential that as we develop and integrate these AI tools, we do so in a way that empowers human creativity, not diminishes it.
So it's about striking that delicate balance, that sweet spot where AI serves as a catalyst for our creative potential, not a replacement for it.
Precisely. We need to stay mindful of how these tools influence our thinking, right? Make sure that ultimately we're leveraging them to enhance our own creative faculties, not outsourcing them.
Right. And one thing that both papers seem to really underscore is the importance of user control and transparency. People need to understand how these AI systems operate. They need to be able to direct those suggestions and really feel that sense of ownership over the creative process.
That's a fundamental principle of human-centered AI design. The goal isn't to create AI that can think for us, but rather AI that can empower us to think more effectively, more creatively.
Yeah. It's really exciting to think about how these tools could be harnessed to unlock new levels of creativity across so many different fields.
Right.
But it's also a reminder that we need to approach the design and implementation of these powerful technologies, I think, with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of prudence.
Yeah. The future of creativity in the age of AI, it's a collaborative endeavor. And just like any successful partnership, it really hinges on open communication, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to nurturing that human spark of imagination.
It really makes you think about the future, you know?
Yeah.
What are some of the unexpected ways we might see this AI-augmented creativity emerging in the years to come?
That's a great question. What immediately comes to mind for me are fields where we're already witnessing AI's transformative power, drug discovery, material science, even the creation of those personalized learning plans and education that we were talking about.
So it goes way beyond just generating pretty pictures or composing catchy tunes. We're talking about AI helping us tackle these really complex challenges, achieving breakthroughs in areas that could significantly improve people's lives.
Exactly. I mean, imagine AI collaborating with architects, for instance, to design buildings that are not only beautiful, but also energy efficient and sustainable.
Yeah.
Or maybe assisting engineers in developing these new materials with totally unprecedented properties, right? Things that could revolutionize entire industries.
It's almost like AI is giving us this whole new set of creative superpowers.
In a way, yeah, it kind of is. But the key here, I think, is that these superpowers are most effective when they're wielded responsibly and ethically.
That's a point that can't be overstated. We've talked a lot about the exciting potential of AI, but what about the potential pitfalls? What should we be wary of?
Well, I think just like with any powerful tool, there's always that risk of misuse, right? We need to be very aware of the potential for unintended consequences. For example, making sure that these AI systems are designed and used in a way that promotes fairness and equity.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we also have to consider the impact on human jobs and skills. I mean, if AI is increasingly helping us with these creative tasks, could that lead to a devaluation of human creativity? Is there a risk of certain skills becoming obsolete?
It's a valid concern and one that we definitely need to consider carefully. However, I believe that instead of replacing human creativity, AI is probably more likely to shift the emphasis towards different types of creative skills.
So instead of us focusing on those tasks that AI can already do really well, we might see more demand for uniquely human skills, things like critical thinking, emotional intelligence, that ability to connect with others on a deeper level.
Precisely. Those are the skills that AI, at least in the foreseeable future, will really struggle to replicate. And in a world where AI is handling more of those routine creative tasks, these uniquely human qualities are going to become even more invaluable.
So it's almost as if AI is challenging us to actually evolve our own creativity, to focus on what truly makes us human.
That's a fantastic way to put it. It's a coevolution, really. Human and artificial creativity, each kind of pushing the other to new heights, new possibilities.
Yeah. And, maybe this collaboration between human and artificial creativity will actually usher in this whole new era of innovation and artistic expression, unlike anything we've ever seen before.
It's definitely a thrilling time to be alive, to see this technological revolution unfold before our very eyes. And as we continue to explore these uncharted waters of AI, it's essential that we do so with, I think, a good mix of enthusiasm and cautious optimism.
Right. So as we wrap up our deep dive into this fascinating world of generative AI and creativity, I think the main takeaway is this. AI has incredible potential to be this extraordinary tool for amplifying our own creative abilities. But it's our responsibility to use it wisely, ethically, and with a deep understanding of its impact.
Absolutely. And I think we have to always remember that AI is ultimately a reflection of our own values and aspirations. If we want AI to help us create a more creative, equitable, and inspiring world, then it's up to us to design and utilize it in a way that really aligns with those goals.
Right. And maybe, just maybe, this partnership between humans and machines will actually lead us to a world where everyone has the opportunity to unlock their creative potential and contribute to building a brighter, more innovative future.
It's a future worth striving for, and thanks to these advancements in AI, it might be closer than we think.
And on that note of hope and possibility, we'll leave you to ponder the amazing potential of AI and human creativity. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep creating.